There's a reason they want you to shush them. I planned to tell my mother that I have HIV as the train is coming into the Cedarhurst train station, and my hand is on the doorknob, and I'm going to say, Mom, I have HIV. I'll call you when I get back to the city. But the train never came. And I'm not going to tell you the story. I told it twice today. I made them listen, and I made them cry. And I don't know if I can tell you, because to tell the story of how I told my mother that I have HIV in a room full of mothers hurts me. But it was a terrible time, how I told my mother, at the worst possible time, as the train is coming into the station, which never came. They're going to tell you what you want to hear as you're looking for your keys and you need to leave. So what do? You have to shush them. You have to say, we'll finish this later. But what I want you to remember is the shush moment. Look for it, be ready for it. When you shush them, I want you to memorize the words they were saying, not the gist of the conversation or the idea, but the actual words, so that when the day is over and you're having the closed-eye conversation in the dark, when they give up their secrets, you can say, the last thing I heard you say before I ran out of the house this morning was, and you give them back the words they were using. Why? Because teenagers are true and total magical, mystical narcissists. Not DSM narcissists, not personality disorder narcissists, but mystical narcissists. It needs to be about them as they construct the personality of self. This architecture of self. So when you give them back the words they use, the exact words, it tells them you were carrying them all day in the seeming absence. What's the seeming absence? You know there's no absence. It's cold out. Do they have a coat? It's raining. Do they have an umbrella? Are they hungry? They're always with you. They don't know that. We never show them the tears they make us cry. When I told my mom I have HIV and the train came into the station, finally I got out and went home. Years later, when my father was diagnosed with just a few weeks to live, she pulled her face away from a napkin. It was full of her makeup. She said, look at me, and I was. She said, no, look at me, really look at me. And I said, okay, Mom, I'm looking. She said, this is how I cried for you when you got out of the car and into the train after you told me about the HIV. We don't show them the tears they make us cry because you're the good parents. They don't know about the seeming absence. So the way you prove to them that they're always with you is by giving them the words they used, the actual words. And how you practice that is every time you go to a diner and you're having a conversation with your partner or friend, and the waiter or waitress comes to say, can I take your order? You have to stop what you're saying, give your order, and then go back to exactly where you left off. That's how you practice how to repeat what to say in the shush moment.